Hey guys, it's Elizabeth and it's The Naked Truth. I'm so happy to be back. And yeah, I have to put my glasses on because I can't see Scotty and Caitlyn. So first things first, I want to say subscribe to the new Naked Truth channel. If you're watching this because you followed the link, make sure to subscribe. We had 1,700 subscribers before and now we have 180. So do me a favor and do that. So my co-host tonight is Scotty RMY.
Hi, how's everybody today?
I told him he can't say fantastic or delicious. What he's going to say while we're on.
I hope everyone out there is doing well because I am.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay, you're fired.
I screwed that one up already.
Okay, Caitlyn, you have to take a drink since it's a drinking game.
Dang, all right, hold on.
And our guest tonight is the beautiful Caitlyn's VSG journey. I am super excited to have her on. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to be here. Super
Everybody,
excited.
I haven't seen this much excitement about a guest in a while.
Oh, that's exciting. That's awesome. I love everybody out there.
And
We have a great community.
Well, we love you too.
So, how was your week, Caitlyn?
My week was good. It was busy with work. I got to the gym a couple times this week, not as much as I wanted to, but it was good. I had a good week overall. So,
Scotty, how about you?
My week was great. Busy with the kids. They did a bunch of things. The fair was in town this weekend. We went Friday to that and had a good time with that. And out playing around with the kids again today. So always a good week.
My week was fantastic.
Peter.
I had a really good week. I don't know what happened. Like a switch flipped in me and life seems very good these days. So I'm excited about that. I'm leaving on Tuesday morning to go to New York and I'm so excited that I'm going to see some of you guys who I've never met before. We're going to have a WLS lunch on Friday at 12:30 at a restaurant that I should have looked up the name again before oh wait, Randy sent me a text about it. I think it's called the Smiths or Little Smiths or something like that. 12:30 on Friday at the Smith restaurant. I'm going to create a Facebook event for the people who said they're interested in coming. Anybody is invited. So if you're in New York and you want to come hang out with some people, that would be awesome. So let me really quickly go through community celebrations. I thought this was going to be really long because I had a whole bunch last week, but somehow that Facebook post is weird. So if you had a community, some people sent them to me again, but if you had a community celebration last week, go ahead and text it to me, 714-625-5663. And then I also think we can make comments on the videos now. So this is our first time trying the new way that YouTube Live is working. So I think you guys can comment there or you can text me 714-625-5663. Okay, community celebrations. Rhea Reloaded had her 1-year surgiversary and she hit the overweight category, which is very cool.
That's awesome. That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm Presley Forever, who you, right? Is that somebody who was at your...
My girl, yes.
Okay, so she had her, I love this, she had her 1-year ASS day. And ASS stands for Anniversary of Surgical Service, for those who hate the word surgiversary. I think
there you go.
I might have to switch to ASS.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, and she ran her first real 5K.
So proud of her. She's doing
Awesome.
amazing.
That's great.
Esther Royas, I don't know if I'm saying your last name right, Esther, but first of all, she had surgery in Mexico a couple of weeks ago. She's 17 days out and she walked, and Dale Cooper has to go down. 17 days out and she walked normally down a church pew without having to turn sideways.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, awesome.
And I love that because every time I'm on an airplane, I feel like I need to go sideways and I don't anymore. It's like the coolest thing ever.
That's really cool.
Spring Bishop is 1 month post-op mommy makeover. And I talked to her like hours after her surgery. It was amusing. I don't know if she remembers it, but she is 128 pounds and loving life to the fullest. She says she can't wait till Friday. All her dreams are coming true. She finally gets a piece of me. So like, super excited to meet her. I want to give a shout out to Nirvana. She had a rough week, so I just want to let her know that I'm thinking about her always. My friend Sarah Harrison Robison, whose last name I still can't remember how to pronounce, her son Oz turned 2. So just want to say happy birthday to Oz. He is a sweet little cutie, and he's going to marry my granddaughter who turns 2 in a couple of weeks.
I love it.
So we'll be family members. Lisa VSG English had a birthday. I think she's in Thailand celebrating that. Looks like she's having an amazing time. And Banded Wendy, I remember it was her birthday last week. Also last week, these were the ones I could just remember. Aubrey in Wonderland was down 100 pounds, plus she swallowed gum and didn't die, which I thought
Awesome.
That's like a fear of mine. That's a real fear.
I do. Actually,
I've done it 3 times.
That's so funny.
Okay, Gretchen, who I'm going to see next week. She's actually coming down and is going to stay with me in the hotel in New York on Thursday night, so I'm excited about that. I really miss seeing all my weight loss surgery friends, so I'm super excited that I get to do this, and then right after that is obesity health. But her daughter Emily, and she did the color run in 52 minutes, and her daughter's only 5.5, so that is
So awesome.
super awesome. Heather Palmer Bleakney, and I may be saying that wrong, is in Wonderland, so congratulations to her.
Congratulations.
And Sleepy Nicks texted me to say how amazing she thinks you are, Caitlyn, and that she had her surgery on August 18th and hit her goal weight of 150 pounds.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, yeah.
Okay, so Caitlyn, tell us about you. Who are you? Where do you live? Tell us about your surgery, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, I'm Caitlyn, and I live in Massachusetts. I am 5'4". I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on October 12th of 2015. I started the process, like my pre-op diet and everything, back in July of last year, and I weighed in at 335. When I had surgery in October, I was 300.8, and this morning I weighed in at 196 even. So, super
Oh,
excited.
congratulations.
Yeah, I'm sticking in Wonderland. I can't even believe it. I'm thrilled.
Now, you did a video, I don't know, a couple weeks ago where you were going out with your friends and you went shopping and you went into a plus size store.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know. I'm
What
still
are you doing
stuck
in a
there.
plus-size
I
store?
can't handle it. And I have like straight size clothes. I've bought it before, but it's just like, I don't know. It was just the mentality. His sisters are both plus size, so they were just there. So I just kind of, whenever I've shopped with others, it's always been in plus size. So I just did it. And then I was like, what the actual fuck? No, ma'am. I went to the junior section and I looked cute. And I was like, okay, all right.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you guys, I don't think you can comment on the video directly. So I'm thinking, because I'm not so great at multitasking, that if you have a comment or want to let me know you're watching, like Amy just did, you need to text me, and I'll say it slow one more time, 714-625-5663, because I can't look at Facebook and my phone and Caitlin's beautiful face. So tell me a little bit about your experience with weight, like throughout your life.
Yeah. So I've literally always been overweight since birth. Like I was born at over 10 pounds and just took off running from there. So I've always been like the biggest sibling in my family, the biggest cousin. I've always just been the biggest kid. And then when I was in my late teens, early 20s, my weight really shot up and I was diagnosed with PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome. And that, coupled with meeting my ex-husband, who was also a large dude, and we just kind of enabled each other, unfortunately, throughout the marriage food-wise. So my weight from there really just skyrocketed. I got pregnant twice. I think with my last child, I gave birth at about 385 pounds. And I've tried everything on my own, Atkins diet, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, since I was maybe 10 years old with my mom and my grandma, trying to get the weight down, but it just never stuck. So it's been a lifelong battle for me, for sure.
And what made you decide finally to get VSG?
I was super nervous. Like I had made like 5 different appointments at my weight loss center and canceled them all because like I was just terrified. But this time, my kids are getting older. They're 8 and 6 and they're boys. They're crazy. So they're super active. They're running around. They want to play sports. My boyfriend is also very in shape. He's normal size. So they would go out and they would go play soccer, or they would, if they went to an amusement park, I had to make sure my boyfriend was there, or the kids weren't going to go on a ride. So it got really difficult. I felt like I was depriving my kids almost, and I wanted them to have a fun childhood and have memories of me being part of the family and not just on the sidelines taking pictures all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it really hit me when they started getting older and I was just on the sidelines. I didn't like it at all. So.
Yeah. Scotty, I know I experienced that with my son. I mean, he was 8 when he had surgery, and I wish I would have done it earlier for that. Did you experience that too?
Oh, certainly did. You get to a point where you're always the person behind the camera taking pictures. You're the guy watching the kids doing the other things, with the other adults. You get accustomed to it. You don't like it, but you get accustomed to doing it.
Yeah.
And then finally you get to that point. It's like, okay, well, you've got to do something for yourself so you can enjoy these kids. Because like you said, Caitlyn, they are getting to that age.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to be able to enjoy them. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were my motivation. They're the reason I did it, for sure.
Yeah. So we're going to throw in some Facebook questions. Scotty's going to do the Facebook questions, and we're going to throw some of these in between my questions. So
all right, let's do it.
All right. So I have a question, and I apologize for names on here, people, from Amy Nunez. The question is, how are you doing with the temptation of kids' snacks?
First of all, I love Amy. I love you, girl. Kids' snacks. Like, I have to ban goldfish from my house. They cannot be in my closet, in my pantry. Can't happen.
Goldfish used to be a trigger for a lot of people.
Just obviously, but they just go down and I don't even think twice about it. That and Cheez-Its are obviously my arch nemesis. So I can't have the crackery things in my house. And too bad for my kids, but it's just not going to happen. But like eating, so I keep the snacks in the house that I don't really care for. So it's not been too bad. I do find myself still like eating off of their plate sometimes. Like if I go to give them mac and cheese, I'll take a bite and I'm like, why? It's like disgusting. I don't even want it. But I try and keep the temptations out as much as possible because I know with certain things, the crackers, the Cheez-Its, I'm not going to have the self-control that I really need to have. So, and they don't need that crap anyways too. So.
Okay, guys. Sorry. Lily just messaged me to let me know there is a chat box and there are all kinds of comments on the chat box. I'm not even with it. So thank you, Lily, and let me address some of this stuff really quickly. Well, first of all, she says, please tell you that you're a goddess. Oh. And Amy Nunez also said that she has a girl crush on you.
I have so many girl crushes.
I know. I said
it's not even cool.
Are my girl crushes.
Literally.
9 million other people.
For real.
Okay, so let me just go through these chat people. Al, VSG11B says, woohoo, new channel. He's watching. Lindsay Broussard is watching. She says, hey, beautiful people. See, Jane Shrink is watching. Presley Forever is watching. All your girls are watching.
All my people. They're so good.
Ellen Myers is watching. Presley Forever says, make it happen. #AssDay. Everybody's saying ass day it is. Okay, Al's going near Presley. Can everybody else see this, or is it just me? I guess everybody else can see this too. Okay, so you guys can read it. Gretchen's watching. Sleevy Nix is watching. And I'm sorry, I got to get used to this. So it looks like everybody can see all this little chat box and have this conversation. Cool. Okay, so back to what we were talking about, which was your kid. I think the very first video of yours I watched was the one where you were talking about your son, which broke my heart.
I know. I felt bad because I did get super emotional on it, but it's just tough. It's really tough. He's a bigger kid, and it's not that he's necessarily like super overweight. He's solid. He's as tall as his brother, who's 2 years older than him. He's just going to be a big dude. But it's starting, and he's only 6, and he's already making these comments where he's fatter than the other kids, he's bigger than the other kids, and it literally just breaks my heart in half every time I hear him talk about it, and it's just really difficult. It's so sad. It is.
That was, I mean, honestly, my biggest fear is I so didn't want my son to go through that. I commented this on your video. I mean, the only reason he didn't is because he has his father's genetics. Yeah. The way we ate when he was a kid, I mean, it's shocking that he isn't overweight. I mean, he's like 140 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah.
20. Yeah. But have you found that your kids are eating differently and better now that you've had
Yeah, they definitely are. And he is the like human vacuum. So if his brother doesn't eat something, he's gonna try and take the leftovers off everybody's plate and wolf them down. You know what I mean? But we're definitely obviously more active together. I'm really stressing that. I'm stressing to eat food as fuel for your body, and you don't want to be eating the crap that's just not going to do anything to make you grow big and strong. Do you know what I mean? So we're definitely having conversations about it, way different than where I was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And it's just like whatever's easy, chicken nuggets, McDonald's, whatever I can get them, I was getting them. And so I know that it's my fault. And obviously his genetics with him and his dad, like I said, his dad's a big dude too. So I know it's obviously my fault. And that's where it really gets me. And that's where I'm hoping that they're enough in their formative years where I can change that and they'll remember what's going to happen going forward and not where we were, you know?
Not even good. I mean, my son was 18 when I had surgery and he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember me being that overweight. And I was 350 to 400 pounds his entire life until years. And it's like, that is so weird, Mom. I don't remember that at all.
That's crazy, huh? So yeah, hopefully going forward, you know, they'll remember this lifestyle instead. So.
And have you incorporated physical activity with them?
Yeah, we go out and we'll play basketball. They're into sports, so we'll go play basketball or do soccer, or even just take a walk to the local park and have them run around. Do you know what I mean? So it's definitely completely different than the lifestyle we had before of just eating and watching TV together, you know? So it's definitely way better.
Do you find that they're getting it though? Like they actually are knowing what they need to be eating and they're kind of going along with it okay, or they're still hesitating on it?
Yeah, I mean, they're certainly still hesitating, you know what I mean? And it's interesting because we were even at the library the other day and there was this book on the food pyramid and what you need to eat to be healthy. And so he's like, I want that book. I need to learn what I need to do to be healthy. So I know he thinks about it, but then he's still like, Mom, I want a cheeseburger. Mom, get me a milkshake. Mom, give me cookies. Do you know what I mean? So he's still a kid though, you know? But, you know, like I said, it's just at least the knowledge is building right now, and we're kind of going to be building off of that going forward. So,
Scotty, did you have any of those issues with your kid? Did they start?
No, not really so much. They've always eaten really well. Sometimes they'll, you know, if you're not around, if you're not paying attention, you know, yes, they might go and grab the box of crackers and get into it or whatever. But all in all, like, especially my son, like, even though he might tempt himself with the crackers, he is the one that eats the most, you know, between him and his sisters, most fruit and vegetables. And he's always loved them and never had a problem with that. You know, and he's 12 and he's kind of getting to that age where, well, maybe he wants to try a little bit something, but all in all, they've been really good. And they've never had a whole lot of fast food as a rule. So yeah, they're kids, they've had it.
Well, I think their dad's a pretty good cook. I don't know, at least by this time. On Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know where you guys get that from, but no, but yeah, all in all though, they've been you know, they've been eating really well for years. Not perfect. No one's perfect.
This chat box is super cool, I have to say, but it's a little distracting because I see us in delay on it, but want to let you guys know who else is here. Gretchen's here, Watch Adrian Shrink is here, Esther's here, me again, Jen VSG is here, Carly Go Lightly, Sugar Bee, SMC VSG 2016, Teeny Tiny Tummy for Christine. Gretchen wants to know that she loves your haircut. You don't like it?
I hate it. I literally cried over it.
Huh?
I cried because of it on Friday when I got it cut. Because I have a big head. I look like a big old pinhead. And it's not cute. I don't know. From the side, it's like, okay. But then the front, it's just like, whatever.
Okay, well, you look gorgeous. And Sugar Bee says your makeup is gorgeous. So
thank you very much.
There is that.
Thank you.
So how did you decide which surgery to have?
It was a toss-up between this and the bypass, but I knew that I was going to be horrible at taking vitamins, and I didn't want that to be like an actually huge issue. I knew that the VSG was a little bit different in the way that things were absorbed and everything. So that was really the deciding factor. I just knew that I'm not like responsible at life and I wasn't going to be good at that. And I didn't want my health to kind of be in jeopardy because of my irresponsibility. So I just went with VSG. And when I talked to my surgeon about it, she was just like, I will not advise between one surgery or the other. So I was just like, okay, so I guess it's VSG. But I've done a lot of research. So yeah, that's really the main factor. And I wasn't sure how I felt about the rerouting of the organs and things like that. So I just kind of went with VSG.
Yeah. And what was your pre-op program like?
My pre-op, I had to lose like 10%, I think, of my body fat before they would schedule surgery.
Are you Kaiser?
No, I'm not. I'm so thankful that they did that though, because I feel like obviously I had to lose, I think it was like 15 pounds or 16 pounds, not a lot, but it got me in the habit of trying to eat healthier, trying to be physically active. And like, I don't think I could even handle a liquid diet for 2 weeks. Like, I don't think I could handle that. So I'm very thankful that that's what they made me do. So I had to get to 313 pounds before they would even schedule my surgery. And then they scheduled it like a month later or so.
So Scotty, and just after this, do a Facebook question, but Cindy VSG commented she wanted to thank you, Caitlyn, for your skin video. She said it was super great.
Good. It was tough to put out there, but I felt kind of liberated doing it. And I'm really glad and I found skin videos in the beginning super helpful because I was terrified of what I was about to look like. And it's not pretty, but I felt like it was definitely is something that would be helpful to others. And like I said, it's just kind of liberating to be like, here I am, like it, not, I don't really care. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, me either. It's gross.
I'm talking about mine.
No, I figured.
You also have that peace of mind, though. You have that peace of mind where you are healthier too, though, right? Regardless of the skin.
Exactly.
You're healthier, and that makes the biggest difference right there.
Absolutely, 100%. So.
Okay, you want to do a Facebook question?
You bet. Okay, so here from Dazzle VSG. My question for Caitlyn: how did you get to be so damn funny? Girl, you always crack me up in your videos. Seriously though, what has been the most surprising thing to you about your journey?
I love the way that you just read that question. I love your little narrative there, girl. But I think the one thing that really surprised me was what a mindfuck this whole journey is. From feeling like I'm not losing enough or I'm not fast enough to actually having to deal with like my relationship with food. Like, it's just been such an emotional, like, mental battle for me the past 11 months. And I just wasn't prepared for that. I don't think I don't know that you can be prepared. I knew it was going to happen, but I wasn't prepared for what it was.
Have you felt that emotional stuff the whole way through?
Yeah, I've been pretty emotional, and it's about one thing or another. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like it's about my relationship with food, or how I'm losing, or my relationships with people, or my insecurities kind of morphing into new insecurities and wondering if I did the right thing. And so it's just kind of been a long journey, a long emotional 11 months.
What's, in terms of your relationship with food, what do you, sorry, too many people talking to me at once. What are some of the things that you've dealt with in terms of your relationship with food?
I think I was just really, like, I just felt like I ate a lot beforehand. Like, I just knew I liked crap food. I liked the way that it tasted. I didn't realize that I was using it as a crutch, and I was using it as, it was like a relationship to me. It was an actual relationship. I remember one of the turning points in my Cheez-It, my infamous Cheez-It video, when my boyfriend said he was leaving to go out for the night. I bought a box of Cheez-Its because I was like, okay, it's me, I'm alone, and I can enjoy my food alone. And so I bought a box of Cheez-Its, came home, and he's like, yeah, I decided not to go out. And I was livid. I was so pissed because I couldn't just enjoy my food by myself, no interruptions, and just enjoy it. And I was like, that's so weird that I would rather hang out with my Cheez-Its after surgery than I would with my boyfriend, whom I love, obviously. So I think kind of understanding the depth of the feelings that I had for food, which is so weird, and it sounds so bizarre, but it's true. I just had like such a weird relationship with food, and I don't know that I'll ever kind of get over that, but just the realization of it was really weird. It was intense.
And what about when you talk about your insecurities morphing? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I think just with my relationship, because I was with my boyfriend before surgery, and so obviously he was into bigger girls, and he's always dated bigger girls. So I think my insecurity now is, am I getting too skinny for him? Like, is he enjoying it? Does he like the way that I look now? Is he going to leave because I'm not what he wanted initially? I think that's mainly what it is. And it's really just within my relationship are my main insecurities at this point, to be honest.
Yeah. I was telling this somebody last night, I just think that husbands and significant others of weight loss surgery patients are really just basically screwed. They can't win because either they are attracted to more normal sized women. So if they start saying you look really great now, like everybody else in the world is saying, then they're an asshole because that means that they weren't attracted to you before, or they like bigger women. And so now you're changing and it's like, wow,
exactly.
You cannot win.
No, I feel bad, but.
No, I do. I feel bad for this. And I think I don't know, I could be wrong, Scotty, but I think for men who've had weight loss surgery, it's a little different because I think women are a little less tied in so much to the physical piece. I mean, it's about a lot more than that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's not as bad as it is the other way.
Yeah. Okay. So Sugar Bee is getting what she calls Sleevey Wondered in 3 days. So she wants to know the most important thing you wish you knew before your surgery.
I think it's important just to know that your journey is your own. And I think it's really important to know that while YouTube and the Facebook support groups and everything are huge, and I am so beyond thankful, and I could never repay what I've gotten from everybody in this community, it's important to not compare yourself to everybody else's journey, because it's really easy to do, to be like, oh shit, somebody else had surgery on the same day as me, but they're 50 pounds lighter, they're already at goal, and I have 45 pounds to go. Do you know what I mean? I think you just really need to take it one day at a time, realize that this is your journey. You still have it's not a race. This is gonna be your new life for the rest of your life. And realize that the sooner the better, because like I said, that really played into the part of the mind fuckery for me, is just comparing myself to others and, not really realizing that I need to focus on me, and this is my journey, my body, my results. So.
Right. Okay. Rachel RNY is watching. She says, yay, Caitlyn, one of my favorite journeys to watch. Beautiful Alicia is watching. Good to see you, Alicia. I haven't seen you in a while. Let's see. Esther says, oh no, my poor hubby.
Yeah. You have no idea.
Carrie McGuire says her hubby says he notices people stare and look at me more now that she is thinner. He asks if I've noticed, but I don't pay attention. I pay attention. Do you pay attention, Caitlyn?
I pay attention. Yeah. I'm like, look. Yeah, that's right.
Right, exactly. Scotty, do you pay attention when that happens to you?
Absolutely. Oh yeah. And you know what? Hey, I knew I was good looking before. I was just tall and fat, right? Now I'm good looking and tall.
There you go.
Okay, Lily VSG has a question, and then I'll throw it back to Scotty for another Facebook question. Presley Forever was crying over Scotty's last rendition of a question. So, Lily VSG says, so now you're super hot.
Now?
Do you have any idea, and if you do, how do you feel about being more of the typical standard of beauty versus whatever society thought before surgery?
I don't see myself as being different or being typical still. I feel like I'm very much still overweight. I'm still in the obese category. Do you know what I mean? I'm still about 200 pounds. So I don't know. I don't really see myself as the normal typical. And I don't know if that's ever something I'll see myself as, you know what I mean? Just the way that my brain, I've been for 32 years an overweight woman, and that's kind of where my mind is at. So I still see myself as overweight and different from everybody else. So I don't know that will ever happen.
And it's only recently hit me how, and it's surprising because I'm like 2.5 years out, but I was having a discussion with somebody about this last night. It's like, all of a sudden I'm realizing how different people treat me, particularly men, but not just men. And it's like, that's a little bit of a mind fuck too.
Yeah, for sure.
And one of the things I said last night is I was so visible at 400 pounds that I was invisible, and now I'm not.
It's so weird the way that works, but yeah, it's true.
It's very weird. Jim Haney says he likes that term mindfuckery. He's going to incorporate that into his daily usage. Okay. Scotty, you have another Facebook question for us?
Absolutely. So Jody Kelly wants to know, if you could go back to Caitlyn from pre-WLS, knowing what you know now, what would you tell her? And would you do anything differently?
I think I would just tell former Caitlyn that life is it's gonna be okay. Like, my whole life was consumed with being overweight and how I felt about it and how I felt like a failure because I never could lose weight and I couldn't get to where I wanted to be. I felt really kind of doomed that was going to be my life forever, that I was going to be overweight. I wasn't going to see my kids graduate or be at their wedding and see my grandbabies. I kind of had just accepted that. So I think I would just say, you're stronger than you have any idea of what you are. You can achieve and accomplish whatever you put your mind to. You're not perfect. It's not going to be a perfect journey. But things get a heck of a lot better for sure. And honestly, I don't know that I would do things a lot different. Part of me wants to say, like, I wish I did it sooner, but I really don't know if I would have been in the right headspace and the right like point in my life to actually have been successful with it. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like I kind of, it just needed to happen at this point in my life for me to actually succeed at it and make it happen, So.
Right. I love this chat box. I got to tell you guys, this is like super cool. Scotty says he can't see it other than his comment, but other people are talking to each other. So I think that's something on the Scotty end. So a couple questions on here. Rachel RNY wants to know, what gives you the most confidence now?
I think just I feel so much better about myself. You know what I mean? I don't think it's anything physically, but I just feel so much better. I feel like I've accomplished a lot. You know what I mean? I haven't hit goal, but I know where I've come from. And that makes me just feel so strong and like empowered. I feel like I've really, accomplished a lot in this journey thus far, anything more than I've ever been able to do. So I think that gives me just a lot of confidence, just walking around in every day. Like, I know I can take on whatever life throws at me at this point. So
I know it's crazy. How have your relationships changed, both with your boyfriend, your family, your friends?
With my boyfriend, I just feel bad for him. I feel like the first 12 months, they say like it's a very emotional period, the hormones and everything that go along with losing so much weight so quickly. I feel like I've just kind of been an emotional wreck. And the one thing I asked him, like, what difference has he noticed besides my weight? And he said that he feels like I'm more fragile emotionally. So I'm like, okay, great, super.
That's a very nice way to put it.
Yeah, okay, I'm a nutcase. I get it. I'm crazy. Thank you. But whatever.
Well, we know that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Scotty told me he reached out to you to ask if it was okay to call you a hot mess.
Yes, I'm fine with that, you guys. I'm fine with that.
What about with your friends and your other family?
Friends hasn't changed too much, to be honest. I haven't always been, well, maybe I guess. I haven't always been super social. Like, I've always just kind of hid in the house. So with friendship-wise, I feel like I've just kind of been coming out of my shell more and going out and doing things with people, things that, I got married really young. I had kids really young. So I never went out and experienced what young 20-somethings experience. I never partied. I never drank. I never did anything like that. So I feel like now I'm kind of more open to that. Not like partying, going out and whatever, but just experiencing life and enjoying time with my friends and being wanting to be out of the house. My family, I don't think it's changed. They say the same thing where they see like a photo of me from like last Christmas or 2 Christmases ago. And they're like, I can't even picture you the way that you were before. And now, like, my mom's lost a lot of weight. We've been going to the gym together. So I think in that aspect, it's been really great. I think it's made one of my, like I said, I've always been the biggest in the family, and my other siblings and my mom, they struggled with their weight, but just for them, they wanted to be a smaller size. They weren't anything obese or overweight or anything like that. So I think one of my sisters has kind of taken it pretty hard that I'm no longer the biggest one, kind of by a long shot. And then she just got pregnant. So that's definitely not helping her case. So I kind of see the struggle with that one relationship with one of my sisters. But for the most part, things have kind of stayed the same, or we've kind of grown together, essentially.
Right.
And what do you do for work, if you don't mind saying?
Yeah, I work at a credit union. I'm the assistant manager in a call center. So.
And have you found any changes in your work life as a result of losing weight?
I have a lot more well, I can't say that, because I was in just kind of a basic position for a while when I had surgery, and then was promoted a couple months later. So I have a lot more responsibility now, but I don't want to necessarily chalk that up to the weight loss and the perception of me as, a hard worker or whatnot. It's kind of just more developed as I've changed positions and things. So I don't think I've seen too much of a difference, to be honest.
Scotty, you want to do a Facebook question?
Okay, so a question from SJ Hamilton, as we all know. What has been your favorite NSV you've experienced thus far? And what's a future NSV you can't wait to experience?
I think my favorite NSV, I feel like it's silly because it's all around my kids, but just being able to go out and like be part of the family. Like I remember going to the soccer field with my family, my boyfriend and my kids, and literally for the first time, my boyfriend actually seeing me run and like hustle to get the ball so that he wouldn't win was kind of something special, because he was just like, that's not who you were. You know what I mean? You were always on the sideline. So I think that's been really great, being able to see them more active, but then also participate myself has been great. So that's been exciting. And then I think the one thing that I'm really excited to do is I still haven't gone to an amusement park with my kids. So I'd love to go to like Disneyland or something and then see how much seatbelt room I have, because those pictures are always amazing to me on the airplane, and then also go and take them on the rides. So
well, you can do that. You can fly out here to OH and we're going to go to Disneyland on Sunday.
Oh man, I'm so jealous.
So you mentioned that before weight loss surgery, you weren't that social and didn't do those things and kind of hid out, which is exactly my same story. What do you feel about your WLS friendships? I mean, you got to do a really fun little getaway with some of my favorite people.
Yeah, I'm really thankful for this community and being able to meet people in person. Like, it's one thing to be able to like have this relationship online and message each other or text each other, but it's really incredible to meet them face to face and to actually have some quality time together. Like, I just feel like it's an instant bond that you have because you guys have been through the same intense situation. You understand where your pre-op life was. You understand the struggles that you're going through now and kind of live it together. So I was only there. I only got to hang out when everybody went to the Cape for one night, but it was just so special. Like, I just really, really appreciate those women. And, I just feel blessed that I got to hang out with them, and we'll be able to continue to hang out. Renee and I are going to go do a 5K soon and hopefully hang out more. So I just really feel thankful that I'm able to build those relationships, that I've met here online. So it's special.
That was SJ, Lauren,
Lily, Leanna, and Renee.
Yeah. So have you met other people, or those are the main people that you've met?
Those are the main people. I met Lauren first initially, and then Renee separately.
I remember her talking about that before I ever watched your videos about how cool you were.
Wow. Yeah, I absolutely love Lauren. She was one of the first people that I ever watched, and I was literally starstruck when I like messaged her, and she's like, "Oh, let's hang out." And I was like, "Oh no, me? Like, for real?" But those are the only girls that I've met. I have a couple women who are pre-op who are, looking to hang out, looking to meet up and just ask some questions. So hopefully that will be in the future. But those are the only girls. I would love to go to like one of the conferences or conventions. So hopefully next year I'll be able to save my pennies and get out there to meet more people, because I think it's so much fun. It's really special.
I mean, I could never have imagined the fun that I would have at my age with these people.
Right.
So you've just met me, but that's all that matters, right? Or have you met other people too?
Absolutely. That's all. Everyone else is just now.
Chop
once
liver.
You've met the queen of YouTube here, everything else, is chop liver, as Caitlyn says.
Yeah. So, am I the only person you've met, or are there people in Canada? Have you met Catherine Dodson or Pete or anybody that's there in Canada?
No, haven't met any of them. Not yet. Someday we will.
Okay, let's see what's going on this little chat box. Sugar Bee. Okay, Sugar Bee's just excited. She wants to dance. Okay. SMC VSG. I hope that these comments show up afterwards so that everybody can read them. SMC VSG has a question. She says, "What's been the thing you thought would be hard and wasn't, and something you thought would be easy and was hard?"
I think I was really terrified about my new life, like having everything as I knew it be different. You know what I mean? My food, my relationship with food, what I could eat, when I could eat, not eating and drinking at the same time. I was terrified that I wasn't going to be able to handle it. So that just kind of becomes second nature. Do you know what I mean? And it's just kind of normal. I know what I can eat. I know how much to eat. And I know when I overeat. But, I was terrified. I was literally terrified that my life was over as I knew it. And that was really, really tough. I think what did I expect to be easy? I think I kind of thought the surgery was like, I don't want to say like a magic fix, but I didn't realize how much work I was going to actually have to put in, whether it be working out or I didn't really anticipate being able to eat what I wanted and when I wanted it. Do you know what I mean? Like the crackers or the sugary foods or having a slice of cake at a birthday party.
I can eat more of that crap than I can
for sure
food, which is like so
absolutely
unfair.
It's really, really freaking annoying. And I didn't really expect that. Initially I was like really scared to screw up my sleeve. I was scared to like pop a stitch, or I was scared to do something that was like terribly, damaging for the rest of my life. And now I'm only 11 months out, but I'm like, yeah, I'll have a piece of cake at a birthday party. Sure, why not? You know what I mean? And that fear has gone. So I didn't really expect it to be that tough.
So you're almost a year post-op. What's your diet and exercise routine right now?
So right now, I'm really horrible at tracking my food, really horrible. But I generally will have like one protein shake a day, usually for breakfast or lunch. I bring like a string cheese for lunch, for a snack throughout the day. I'll have a yogurt, and then just whatever protein I've had from the night before, or if we haven't had anything really good, then I usually get like a rotisserie chicken, and I'll cut up 3 or 4 ounces and bring that with some hot sauce to work because it's really easy. And then unfortunately, I have kind of started incorporating some carbs in my diet. Just with dinner and things, I will have my protein first, of course, but I have had a few bites of like Spanish rice or some mashed potatoes or something like that, which I wouldn't really recommend because I feel like I've become more, craving those items.
It's a cycle. And once you start eating it, then you just
Exactly. So I try and stay on plan as possible, but it doesn't always work that way. And then the gym, I've been going like 2 or 3 times a week, not even as much as I'd like to, but I will go 2 or 3 times a week and do some cardio and then just work on the machines and stuff like that. Usually I'm usually there for like an hour and a half or so to 2 hours when I go. So.
Scotty, do we have more? I'm not looking at Facebook. I'm sure we have more Facebook questions. I have a bunch of chat questions.
There's a couple of more. Some of them have already been answered. If you want to jump to one of your chat questions, I'll see if there's something I can find.
Tiny Tummy for Christine says she agrees with everything you're saying.
Cool.
So that's awesome. Haney says he's not loving the chat box so far. It's causing him a bit of mind fuckery. Maybe on his phone. So,
nice incorporation.
Mind fuckery. Okay.
Yes.
That's my new word too, Jim.
Yeah.
Al's giving instructions on how to use the chat box. Let's see. This is so fun. Okay. Christine says, you mentioned your mom going to the gym with you. Do you feel like you've had a positive influence on friends and family through your weight loss?
Yeah, I do. My mom, like I said, I was always bigger than my mom. But she definitely struggled with her weight. And so I think her having a gym buddy, somebody to kind of go through this stuff with, she didn't have surgery. She doesn't need to have surgery. But I think it's been really helpful for us. I think she's lost like 50 or 60 pounds. Like she looks amazing. Yeah, she's done really, really well. And she had, thankfully she's been going to the gym because she had knee surgery that she had to have and recovered like extremely well because she had kind of really started building up a tolerance and building up her muscles and everything. So she was really thankful for that. But yeah, I definitely see friends and family around me kind of looking at me because I was always the fat one. I was always the biggest one out of everybody that I knew. So to see me, I can't even tell you the amount of messages that I get from people that have just seen my pictures that I went to high school with or that I knew from childhood that are like, that's incredible. Like, what are you doing? It's somebody messaged me the other day saying, you inspired me to go ahead and start working out again or to start up Taekwondo again because I just wanted to get back in shape and you really inspired me to do that. So I think people are always watching and it just kind of shocked them that I actually was able to actually, get this so far because I had always tried it and never succeeded.
I mean, I think that's true of a lot of us. Yeah. It's like we try and we try and we try and we couldn't do it.
Exactly. Before. Yeah. So
do you have another question, Scotty? Or you want me to keep going?
You go ahead. You've got them all.
Okay. Can you, next time after I do these, can you recognize the people who ask questions that we already covered just so they know we read them?
Sure.
But, okay. Cindy VSG wants to know if you do makeup part-time.
I am right now just because I'm doing Halloween makeup for like a little haunted attraction park in the area. So I do the actors' faces for the season. I had been doing like paid clients. So I've been doing brides and things like that. It just freaks me out because I don't have the confidence in myself because I was never professionally taught. I learned everything I know from YouTube on makeup. And so it gets me really nervous. So I kind of stopped doing things professionally or paid because I'm just terrified at life. So it just makes me really nervous. But yeah, no, I really enjoy it.
I have to tell you, we did Patty and I did a hangout with Amy this week where mainly Patty, not me, showed her how to do makeup. And I think I need to ask Patty, and maybe you also, that if we did a couple of hangouts like this on the Naked Truth with just giving makeup tips, would you want to do that?
For sure. That would be awesome.
Okay. Definitely. So I think there are so many people that I want to get scheduled that I think we're going to have to start doing like a weekly, like a show during the week every once in a while. So it's not like 10 years before we get everybody scheduled, but I would love to do that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
With Patty. So Christine wants to know if you have new career goals since achieving weight loss.
I never, what's funny, I never really saw myself, and I'm 32 and I've worked in a credit union since I was 15. And I've never held a management position until recently. And I think that's me holding myself back. I never had the confidence and I never believed in myself to be able to handle that. And even this new position, I know what I'm doing. I've done this, this line of work for 15 years. So I just never had the confidence in myself. So now that I feel more confident, I feel like I've, like I said, succeeded at what I'm trying to do, and I've accomplished so much. I feel like it's kind of spilling over into that portion of my life and being more confident professionally, and knowing that I can handle kind of a managerial position and moving up from there. So, yeah.
Scotty, do you want to recognize our Facebook people?
Certainly. There is, so Brandy Odell Sears, she had just wanted to say that, can we be friends forever? And you have mad makeup skills. And she wanted to know if there was, what are you looking forward to in the future with your weight loss and any next goal?
I think I'm just kind of looking forward to continuing this path. I don't really have a set number goal in mind. I just, like I said, I'm at the lowest that I've ever been at as an adult. So I have no idea what like 170 will look like or 160. I just want to continue to get healthy. I want to get to where I can continue on the path of working out and being as on track food-wise as I can. So that's just kind of, I'm just looking forward to what life has to offer, being around for my kids when they get married and I have grandbabies, and actually being able to experience all the things that I really and truly thought I would never make it to see. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm excited for.
Are you, do you think about having plastic surgery in the future?
Yes. The boobs, man. Sorry, Scotty, but the boobs are a hot mess. I can't stand it. So yeah, I definitely... Yeah, I would at this point we're trying to save for a house, but I'm like, do we really need a house? Like, I feel like I really need boobs.
I need boobs more than
I really need boobs at this point in life. So, but yeah, that's definitely something I hope to have in the future.
You can have mine then. Or the skin that was there anyways.
There you go.
You, Scotty, ever consider plastics? I don't know. I don't think we've ever talked about that.
I would. Oh, absolutely. Because I have a bit of an apron that hangs. My gynecomastia that I have had, there's a lot of skin there as well, which I would like to get removed. But again, it's the financial thing, of course, like everybody experiences.
It sounds like, from what Pete said, it sounds like a big process there in question.
For sure.
Yeah, and you can ask the pregnant person question.
Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So here's a question from Adrian Holmes Lopez. Can you be my bestie, Caitlyn? Of course. What has been your favorite NSV, and are you nervous about being sleeved and pregnant?
I'm not pregnant now. We will clear that up.
That's right.
I got some vodka in this baby. But yeah, I'm very nervous about getting pregnant, if I can get pregnant after the sleeve. Just kind of like fear of the unknown. Obviously, I've been through pregnancy twice, but never sleeve. So there's the issue of, am I going to be able to get the nutrients I need to the baby, or am I going to gain 100 and something pounds back during pregnancy? Because I don't know, is that going to happen? So yeah, I'm definitely a little bit nervous to try and get pregnant, just because I don't know what's going to happen. So, but it's exciting still.
But you're not pregnant now, and that's
I'm not pregnant.
You're not pregnant.
Yeah, you're not pregnant.
Lily VSG wants to know if we can have monthly dressing room videos.
Okay, yeah, we could. My wallet and my boyfriend will not appreciate that, but I love that idea. I do.
Christine says that she can tell you that traveling to meet WLS friends is worth every penny, which I would agree. I just said today to a group of people who are coming to OH that we need to like invest in a WLS lottery pool so that eventually we don't have to work and we can just go spend time with each other. This is funny. Presley Forever says we all may be moving to Canada soon, Scotty.
True that.
Yeah, no comment there, Trump.
Yeah. So Jim Haney, you're so funny. Jim Haney says Scotty will experience real mindfuckery if he ever meets the amazing Jim Haney.
The real mindfucker. Yeah, probably will, Jim.
Rachel RNY wants to know what your go-to recipe is.
Rotisserie chicken and hot sauce. I am not a cook. I'm not a chef. I'm like easy, wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. That's as good as I get.
VSG to be the real me, which is Amy Nunez, who also does makeup, says she's a self-taught makeup artist and does weddings, proms, photo shoots. Back yourself. You're amazing.
I know. Thank you guys. It's just I got to get there, but I really appreciate it. And
she also says pregnancy is so much better after being sleeved.
That's good to know. Yeah, I've watched her on The Truth, so yeah, definitely. That's good to know.
Do you have any more questions?
Sure, we'll touch on one here. Laura Lee Duke, she just wanted to know, and you kind of already answered a little bit of it, but walk us through your fitness program, how it evolved, when you started, what you started with, how soon post-op frequency, and what you're doing now.
So yeah, I started in January. I think I was 3 months at that point. I really wish I started sooner. That's one thing that I really wish I had taken advantage of, is working out, even if it was walking on the treadmill, not running, not fast running, whatever. But I wish I had started doing that when they had cleared me to work out. So I started about 3 months post-op, and I was going like 4 or 5 days a week. I was really into it for a few months, and then summer hit, and God, I don't know. So I'm going now about 2 or 3 days a week, and I do cardio first. So I'll do like 45 minutes on the treadmill or the bike, but usually the treadmill. And then I just go to all the machines. I don't know the beefcake section where all the dudes are at. I can't handle that yet. So I don't know what I'm doing over there. So I'll do some squats.
I went to a corner today to do my core workout at the gym.
Yeah, I can't handle that. So I kind of hide behind a wall if I'm doing core, or I'll do the squats with the bar, but that's about it. I don't do the free weights and all the guys staring at themselves. I can't handle that. So, but yeah, I go about 2 or 3 days a week now. So.
Any more, Scotty?
Let's see here.
We got like just a couple
minutes.
questions.
Okay. Monica, she wanted to know. Monica. I'm wondering how your weight loss changed your parenting style, and other than being more physically active. I love her videos. She wrote that.
Oh, okay. I thought you loved my video.
I was like, she hasn't made a video in a long time.
I think just with being much more, I don't want to say vocal, but having open dialogues about food and the decision to what you're eating and why you're deciding to eat it. And like I said, having a meal to fuel your body rather than just eating all the crap that you can shove in your face. You know what I mean? So I think I'm definitely way more conscious of those conversations with my kids than I ever was before.
So Al, and I think you sort of answered this by your rotisserie chicken answer, but do you do any food prep for the week?
Not really. That's what I do. I buy a rotisserie chicken and then I shred it up. That's preparation, right? Yeah, I wish I was a good cook, but I'm just not. And my boyfriend does a lot of cooking for the family. And so I just pick and choose what I can and then eat rotisserie chicken and string cheese for the rest. So.
Okay. And how are you going to celebrate your ass?
I don't know. How should I celebrate my ass? I don't know. I really, like I said, I don't know. I don't have a goal weight in mind. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get some girls together and just go out and do a 5K or something. I think that would be a fun way to celebrate it. Actually, we're doing the 5K a few days before my 1-year surgery, or ass, sorry, before my ass. So maybe that will be my celebration.
If you had any advice for, and I know you touched on this a little bit, but for somebody who is just starting out, what would it be other than don't compare yourself? Because you actually sort of already answered this question. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I think for pre-op, I would say start working towards being more healthy now. Like I said, that kind of pre-op diet and having a goal really helped me. So I would definitely say start incorporating some exercise and getting away from the soda and the carbs and things like that if you can. I would say afterwards, like I said, work out when you can, get into the routine of not necessarily going to the gym, but going for a walk or just being more active. Like I'll go for the walk for like a mile or mile and a half on my lunch break when I can on the nice days. Just getting out and making that a part of your actual life and not like a chore to do. That's really been huge for me too. Just incorporating as much of those activities that I want to maintain as frequent as possible, for sure.
Cool. All right.
Awesome.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about that we didn't cover?
I don't think so.
It's just so cute. Okay,
My hair. I can't stop staring at my hair.
Your hair. Let me see the back.
The back is like out of control. It's probably sticking up.
It's so cute. It looks so full.
She took out like buzzers and I was like, what are you doing? No, but she did it anyway. She's like, not good.
Okay, so Scotty's going to ask our WLS Inside the Weight Loss Studio questions.
Okay. So, what is your favorite word?
Fantastic. No, just
It's like swear
Delicious,
word, any
that
kind
makes.
of delicious.
Whatever.
I probably say fuck more than anything in my life. So fuck.
Okay. What is your least favorite word?
Cunt. I feel bad even saying it. I know people like it, but I can't say it.
Okay, I think that's the first time anybody said that.
I'm sorry. I mean, it is what
I
it
should
is.
have put on that age. I should have clicked that age. But
Warning, the following video may contain.
Sorry, y'all. I'm a hot mess, okay? Hot mess.
There you go.
I love it. Our first video on YouTube Live, we used the C word.
Sorry.
All right, moving right along quickly. Oh boy.
Sorry.
Okay, ready?
Yeah,
Scotty,
okay.
you're washed out now. You're blushing.
I know you're a little red there, sir.
I'm a little red, Scotty.
Anyways, what turns you on? Creativity, spiritually, or emotionally?
I think just a really good conversation, I think is something that really turns me on, no matter what it is. I think it turns me on all levels of that. Just somebody who's really in tune, somebody who's really paying attention, but we can have a really in-depth conversation about whatever it is really good. It's really turns me on.
Sounds good. What turns you off?
Bad manners really make me angry, or bad drivers, because I'm in Massachusetts and I can't stand people who drive not like me. So I have road rage for sure.
Or if somebody calls you the C word.
Yeah. Then I'm just like, then I blush. Then I just can't handle it. I giggle and walk away.
Which would bring us to our next question. What is your favorite curse word?
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I won't say the C word again, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay. What sound or noise do you love?
What sound do I love? I don't really know. I like, or what?
Or noise.
Oh, noise.
Or what?
Like a shopping bag. Like I love that noise. Like,
I love it.
right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
Okay.
love the slot machine noise.
Oh yeah, the winner.
And
Yeah.
what sound or noise do you hate?
You know that like
Ching ching.
I feel like that like silly putty that they give kids in the little containers. That like, yeah, that I can't stand that. Yeah, I can't. I just don't like it.
Oh. Okay. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I think makeup is something that if I ever had the balls to do, I would love to do that for sure, professionally.
Okay. And if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Calories do not count here. I would love that.
Jim Haney says, is it just me or am I the only one who thought the C word was cookie? C is for cookie, right?
That's what it was. Yes.
Yes, Jim, it
You were
was.
right.
Well, Caitlyn, thank you so much.
Thank you
for
guys.
I
Thank
was
you.
so thrilled when you said you would do it. So we're not going to have a show for a couple weeks again, even though I said we were going to be back on regular schedule. I lied. Because of this whole changeover thing, I'm out of town next week. Jennifer was going to have Sister Scale back on, but because of this new channel, it's just not going to work out. So we're going to have to reschedule Sister Scale back. We're going to have to also reschedule Christian Haney. I am probably going to do like during the week shows for those if we can. The next week is OH, and yeah, I'm not going to be around. On Sunday, we're going to all be at Disneyland, I think. So there will not be a show then. We will come back on, wait, what day is that? Like October 9th, I think. October 9th with Chris Ragucci, who is Gooch Monster, who I'm not sure if a lot of you newer people know because he didn't make videos for a long time, but he is actually the person who's getting married to Less of Sarah. You guys know
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So Chris is going to be on. I'm really excited about that. Jim Haney, who you've heard a lot from tonight, is going to be our my co-host. I'm sure that will be a great mindfuck.
That's exciting.
There you go.
I can't wait.
But I mean, I think Chris has an unusual take on this, and so I'm really glad that he is going to be on the show. So that's October 9th. So we will see you then.
Cool.
Thanks everybody for watching.